Welcome back, golfers. I am going on tour. The Stableford Tour. Over the course of 2023, I'll be playing 10 different courses, some old, some new, in an attempt to accumulate as many Stableford points as possible to bring home the trophy for the North Harbour Tour. The best 6 rounds make up the final score. May the best man win. And without further ado, let's kick off the tour with round 1 at Warkworth. Here we go. We jump over to the first tee box. We're starting things off with a par 5. It's OB to the right, which I was unaware of at the time of hitting it. So let's see how this first drive goes.
Oh god.
And it's off to the
That is
right.
not where you want to be.
I'd like to avoid having a terrible drive on the first tee.
So yep, that was a terrible drive on the first tee. Tick.
Yeah, I'll probably have to hit provisional on that one.
And the second drive wasn't much better.
And hooked it the other way.
Off to the left now.
Well, Stableford, this looks like a 0 score on this one.
That's the advantage of Stableford. A bad hole just means nothing. It doesn't ruin your round. Hit a nice recovery with a 7-iron down the middle there just to get in the fairway and to build a little bit of confidence, leaving us with a perfect 9-iron distance in. Unfortunately, I chunked it quite a bit there, but it stayed in the centre, so we're just going to come a little bit short, but we're in no danger. And I'm going to go quickly replace that massive divot. And now we've got a short chip with a 52 degree, hopefully get it onto the green. And I've chipped it nicely, it's going to roll on. Makes the downhill nicely, and it's rolling towards the flag. All things considered, that's a nice way to tidy up the hole. If we sink this one, we even save ourselves 1 Stableford point, which we managed to do. So start off with a double. So because of my handicap, I get 1 shot per hole, bar the 17th for the Stableford. So that's why I managed to get 1 point for the double on that one. And let's see if we can hit a good drive on hole 2. Evidently not. So yeah, we're going to the 5-iron now. Trust the old 5-iron. And I managed to smack that one right down the middle. Probably about 200 yards. So might stick to that for the rest of the round. Back to the 9-iron now. And hit this one nice and clean. However, it's probably a little bit too much club. So I've come long, which isn't ideal. As you can see here, I'm over there in the rough, chipping down onto the green. And I've landed it pretty nicely, and it's rolled out a lot further than what I thought it would. Again, giving me another chance to rescue a Stableford point. Help if I didn't have the putter cover on. So I need to make this one to get the point. And I've pushed it off to the left. So unfortunately, that's going to be a triple, and that's 0 Stableford. So back to the 5-iron with this par 4. And I've topped it, and what you can't see is it hits the women's tee box, but on that little lip at the front, so it bounced back. So I've taken a 7-iron at this one and smacked it down the middle. So that 7-iron recovery shot paying dividends early on. However, I might have spoken a little bit too soon there as I found myself stumped. Excuse the pun. But I actually make quite a nice connection with this one. And I thought it was going to get up there, but it just came shy of the green and rolled down, leaving me with a short chip back up onto the green. And on this occasion, I've got it up there and it's rolling towards the pin. So we're going to find ourselves with our first putt for net par. So that's a bogey for me. Let's see if we can get 2 points on the board. And that never looked like going in. Always going to the left. But I'm going to hopefully tidy this one up. And I sink it in for double and get the second Stableford point of the round. So over to the first par 3. And that one's smacked off to the right. Way behind that tree, leaving me with a difficult chip out of the rough. Got to avoid the tree.
Nope.
Which I did not do. I thought I hit that pretty clean as well. Like if I'd gone a little bit to the left, I think it would have been up there. And same thing goes again, but this time I duff it, go a little bit short. So unfortunately I didn't move the camera. And this actually was probably my best shot of the round so far. Opened the face on the 60 degree and did a little dink. Get up that ridge, and that put me pretty close to the pin. So I've got an opportunity to rescue a Stableford point, which I've taken. So all things considered, we'll take those. So drive it back in hand, and again off to the right. So I wasn't too sure whether that was going to be good or not. That's over towards the green on the last hole. So I'm going to take a provisional just in case. And of course I've smacked it right down the middle. Annoying, to say the least, but you know, just shows the potential's there. So I actually managed to find the ball. It had rolled across the green on the last one. So I'm just going to whack it up towards the green on this camera angle to avoid interrupting the play behind. found the fairway. So now I'm just chipping onto the green. Nice simple chip. And I've hit it up there. It's on the green. And I didn't realise how steep it was. And as you can see, it's going to roll off. And it's going to keep rolling. And keep rolling. So that was most unfortunate. Didn't gain much distance there. Have a second go at it. And this time I do exactly the same thing. And the ball keeps on rolling again, and this time builds up a bit more speed and goes further back than before. Third effort though, off camera, but it did make it up there. So now I need to whip out a massive one putt to rescue any Stableford score, which shockingly I managed to do. So a bit of a shambles of a hole, but solid putting has given us a point. So now onto a short par 4 downhill dogleg to the left. Taking the 5-iron again, and I've played this hole before and that looked pretty perfect, if I don't say so myself. However, for the second time in the round, I find myself stumped. And this one's slightly more difficult due to my foot position, and the ball also resting against a branch. Root, I mean. And that was the root of the problem. Sorry, the double puns there. But it comes off down to the left. I actually got very lucky. It went in between this gap of the trees, giving us a clean shot at the green. And I've chunked it. But I have made the green, just not where I'd like to be. But I'm still going to have a par putt just from the fringe here. A bit of long grass on the fringe. And it's going to roll up towards the flag. And unfortunately go a little bit long. But we have a nice putt for bogey now. So hopefully make this one. And no, but Stableford, you have to see them in to get the point, so I'm just going to tap this one in and get the 1 point. So that's the triple and the 0 Stableford, and that's why you don't rush it. Thanks for watching the video so far. Just remember to hit that like button and enjoy the fountain. Now I'm going to try and clear it. So I'm taking 8-iron at this one, and I've pushed it off to the right hand side and maybe taken a little bit too much club, and I'm going to land in those bushes at the back. As you can see, slightly disappointed with my decisions there. But for the second time in the round, I've got a bit lucky with my lie in between these bushes. I'm doing a short chip and hopefully it's going to roll down this hill. And probably asked a bit too much of the ball there. So we're putting from off the fringe again. For par though, let's hopefully get it close. We know we need to be after the last hole. And that's rolled up nice and close, so hopefully we'll tap this in for a bogey, and we'll get 2 points. So 2 points on the Stableford. Not too bad. So another par 5 now, opting with the 5-iron. Driver's a bit too unreliable. And just as I say that, the 5-iron gets topped down the middle and goes absolutely nowhere. So now we're going with the 6-iron from the middle of the fairway. And I've smacked that one nice and clean, but it's hit that branch. Like, look how thin that branch is. It's hit that and just dropped down to the right, losing all distance. So now we're left with the 6-iron again, and this time I've hooked it a little bit to the left, which the shot tracer didn't really show too well. And this time I've not got so lucky. So as you can see, trying to figure out how I'm even going to hit this. Can't get a good swing at it there. Kick this branch out the way. And again, have another look at it exactly the same way. And I've decided I just can't get a hit on that just because of how the root comes out. So I've seen people do shots like this before. I've never done this shot. I'm sure a lot of high handicappers have never done this shot. And that's why. I never thought when I moved that stick it would get in the way of my shot. So I take a little practice swing and I'm just going to try and get this one up there, punch it towards the flag. And it's not too bad. It's gone off to the right. However, that's got a downhill slope to the right. So I'm going to have to chip up onto the green with the 60 degree. And it reaches just the edge of the fringe. So it's quite a nice chip really. But now I've got a bit of a long putt for double. So not really where you want to be. But we're going to give it a go. Hopefully get the 1 point. And unfortunately I missed this one just to the left. We're going to tap it in for a bit of confidence though. Or maybe not. And missed the triple, but it doesn't matter. It goes in for quad, but it's still 0 on the Stableford. However, it does show how bad I'm playing. Currently at plus 19 going into the 9th hole. So taking the 9-iron from the tee once more. And I've bladed it a little bit, so that's going to go a little bit longer than anticipated. And it lands on the back of the green and rolls off towards the back. Leaving me with an awkward shot with the 60 degree. We'll chip up this steep hill. It actually come up pretty nice, but it's gone much further left than I anticipated. So can we finish the front 9 with a par and 3 Stableford points? The pressure's on. And unfortunately I come short to the left, but we are going to get a tap-in bogey, which is 2 points for Stableford. And we'll definitely take that considering how the last few holes have been going. So we finished the first 9 with 8 Stableford points and plus 20. However, let's hope I can shake off the first round nerves on the back 9. And let's be honest, it'll take something special to do worse than that. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in a bit.